Hey guys, it's Erin with Hand Stamp Style, and believe it or not, it is time for another catalog tour. I cannot believe it is already time again for a new catalog, and I am dying to share with you some of the cool things that Stampin' Up! Did in this year's 2014-2015 annual catalog. And I must say, and I have probably said this many times before, this is probably my favorite so far. They did such a phenomenal job with how they put it together, the layout, the real thought process behind it. You can tell that a lot of time went into this. So, and I love all the variety that they show you on the front cover. It gives you a real, it really draws you in. And so there's a lot of cool things actually in this catalog. The first thing that I want to touch on, what's really cool is in the beginning, it kind of gives you a breakdown of all the different things that it talks about. So they really do focus on many of the card kits. And then they've got a new, I don't know what they call this, a new offering, I guess. It's their case, their copy and share everything ideas throughout the catalog, and these are fab. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. And then they have some step up ideas here for you too, and we'll talk a little bit more about that also. The other thing that they use quite a bit more are QR codes, and I actually did a video on what QR codes are and how they work. And so if you're unfamiliar with that, definitely go to my YouTube channel, and I'll put a link for that video in the description of this video as well. But definitely look at that and start using those. Those are so much fun. It's almost like a scavenger hunt for grown-ups. So, but that's kind of how they start the catalog out. And then of course, her ever-growing family portrait for Shelley. Now on page 4, it focuses on, let me see if I can zoom in here just a little bit. Well, you still can't see everything, but it really does, this kind of breaks down the different stamp styles or the different stamp assortments that Stampin' Up! Now offers. So they have their clear mount that they use the clear blocks for, and of course that's the red rubber. And then they have wood mount, again, still red rubber, but you permanently mount them to the wood blocks. And then finally, there is a fairly large presence of photopolymer in this catalog, which I absolutely love. And I'll be sharing a video with you about the differences of these 3 different stamp styles in just the upcoming weeks, actually. It also talks a little bit about the My Digital Studio, which is phenomenal, and there are so many more ways that you can use MDS now, not just for like 3D things, and of course like the traditional card making and scrapbooks pages, obviously, but now with the e-cutters that are out there, you can utilize MDS and make like vinyl lettering and stencils, home decor items. I mean, it really is endless. If you have not tried MDS, you need to get the free trial and give it a shot, because you will die how awesome it is. All right, so the one thing I want to start touching on, actually, I'm going to go to page 15, and they've got a great section here where they give you all different kinds of ideas of how to dress up different packages, plain packages that you can get out of the catalog, these adorable little boxes, and they really give you a variety of ways that you could dress them up yourself. Fab, fab, fab idea. On page 17, this is one of the new features that the catalog has, and it's called the You Can Make It. You'll see them, and sometimes they run on the side of the page, and sometimes they run across the middle of the page, and it basically gives you the breakdown of how they created one of or more than one of the projects on that page. So for instance, they're talking about these projects here. So in order to make it, you need the Num Num stamp set, right? And then you choose your ink. They give you some suggestions based on what they used up here. You need this die, some DSP, embossing powder, and ribbon. And that's how they created. Obviously, they used the embossing powder on the tags and stuff. The ribbon they used to tie it together. And of course, they created some of these boxes actually using plain cardstock and the DSP. So it really does give you a breakdown of how to create many of the projects in the book, which is fantastic. Now I'm going to flip over to page 25, and this is our Project Life section. I cannot tell you how excited I am about this. For one, if you know anything about me, you know I'm super lazy when it comes to scrapbooking. In fact, I have probably 5 different photo books in MDS that I have yet to finish or print. So whether it's like paper or it's MDS, I just can't seem to follow through when it comes to scrapbooking. So I love this because I actually bought a couple of kits for my kids because I figured they're old enough now where they can do the scrapbooking for me because I stink at it. And I'm actually really looking forward to this because it is such a simple way to scrapbook. Basically, you have your essentials. So you have your album, the divided pages, which are fantastic. These card collections, it's a box that comes with the pieces, these background pieces, already, like with patterns and stuff. And then some smaller cards that are perfect for journaling, or you can stamp on them and create like title pieces. It really is fabulous. And then of course the journaling pens, you're going to want those as well because they're perfect for scrapbooking because they're fade resistant and they're acid free. Now, the great thing about Project Life, which has actually been on the market for quite some time, is the fact that we are partnering with them. That's probably not a word. I probably just made that up. But because of that, we have coordinating products that enhance the whole Project Life experience, basically. So we've got corner round punch, so you can make your own insert cards if that's something you like to do. So you can take your creative stamping skills to the next level by making your own pattern cards or title cards. And we have a bunch of coordinating, Stampin' Up! Exclusive sets that are perfect for the Project Life. So they have a lot of sentiments that would be great for scrapbooking, right? Because that's the whole deal with Project Life. You're documenting just the everyday, basically. So of course you're going to have some essentials like your months and dates and days of the week, but then you've got some cool images and awesome sentiments that are just perfect for scrapbooking. Of course we have the this and that section too, and that's more like what I consider to be like not really a squash book, but my senior memory book was kind of like this, where it was kind of spiral bound and I just stuck stuff in there and wrote things next to it as things happened. So it's a little bit more of a free style form of scrapbooking, I guess. I was going to say helter-skelter, but that didn't sound right. All right, so now we're going to go to, let's see. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention is all the Project Life stamp sets are photopolymer, so they're great for placement. And because many of our alphabets are perfect for scrapbooking as well, every single alphabet stamp set is photopolymer now as well. So those are super easy for, you know, putting together words. You can match up a bunch of different letters at once on one clear block. And placement obviously is a breeze. And those start on page 33, all of the stamp sets. Now I gotta tell you, I'm dying for mine to come, but I can't wait to get these little edge, they're thin borderlets is what they call them, borderettes, I guess is what they call them. But what I really want to do with them, because they're photopolymer, you can bend them and stretch them on your clear block so they don't have to be straight. You can make them curved or rounded. I'm dying to do that. So when mine show up, you're going to see a lot of that going on. All right, so if we jump over to page 45, this is, again, kind of everything you need to create your own. In this case, they're showing you how to recreate these party favors. And if you can see here, there's a QR code here. There's actually a video that goes along with how they made this particular project. Super cool. So all you're going to do is you're going to take your cell phone, you're going to scan that QR code, and you can watch the video straight from your phone. Super, super easy and way awesome. So this Everything You Need page basically shows you what they used to create everything here. And it just starts at the top. So let's say, for instance, you didn't want to use these, you know, these particular stamp sets, you could always swap them out. But basically the style of stamp set is what they used right here. So they did something with a few banners and these date, time, and place stamp set right here is great for making like invitations, right? Then their inks and all the different accessories that they use to create these projects. So they're really trying to, I don't know if you remember, but they used to have in the back just tons and tons of writing of all the things that they used for each project. And now they're doing it in more of a visual breakdown, which I think is fabulous. So we're going to pop over to page 54. Oops, I went too far. Now, these are, again, the You Can Make It. It's going to be broken down here. Now, on page 54, you're going to see, I'm going to show you right here, some of these stamp sets that you'll see throughout the catalog, they're outlined if they're against a white background like this. See how that one is, it almost looks like it's lifted off the page. And these are all outlined. That means there's a coordinating punch or framelit that goes with that particular image. So note that when you're looking through these stamp sets that you can see which ones have coordinating products that go with it based on the facts if they're outlined or not. All right, we're going to pop ahead to page 89. And you're going to see what I want to point out here is how the stamp sets are divided through the booklet. And you can see here, each stamp set, once it's showcased, it's going to be divided by a line, the name of the stamp set, the item number for wood and clear, and how many are in the stamp set. And then you can see that this is one complete stamp set and this is another complete stamp set. And about 99% of the images you see in the catalog are true to size for the stamps themselves. So when you get these stamps, this is how large the images actually are. And I'll show you a little bit later what they look like when they're actually not shown at full size. Actually, we'll pop over to 98 and I'll show you what that looks like. So if you can see this stamp set here, it's much smaller in the sample than what it really is. And it says right here, actual size is this. The same thing for this butterfly. This is actually a really large butterfly image. And you can see it's much smaller, but it's got a little pop-up right here that shows you just a small portion of it at full size. So you gotta have an idea of what it looks like. And it says down here, small portion shown at 100%. So if this part of the butterfly is that size, you can just imagine the rest of it is, you know, a good size butterfly. All right, so next we're gonna pop over to 102, and this is when they start talking about and showcasing their card kits, which by the way are fabulous. If you are really rushed for time or just want a really adorable, simple project, these card kits are fabulous. They're so cute. This Hip Hip Hooray card kit is adorable, and I have this one that I absolutely love, and I actually am waiting for this one to arrive. So you can see too that these both have QR codes because they actually show you how to put these together. In fact, these card kits are so simple that they really don't come with anything but photographs of what the samples are. There really is no need for the actual directions because they are that simple. And then the difference is these card kits over here actually come with your ink, your block, I mean everything you need to get started, even the adhesive. You can sit down with this particular kit and just start working right away. With these card kits, these are the build your own. The kits themselves just come with the cards, the consumables. The stamp sets are separate, and then your inks and all that good stuff would be separate to that as well. So you could actually use what you have on hand. In this actual catalog, I want to say there are 11 different bundles where you get the discount for the stamp set and say the framelit or a punch or an embossing folder. If you buy them all at the same time, you get a 15% discount. And there are over 11 of them, I believe 11 of them, in this catalog. And then just like with traditional catalogs, back here, after all the stamp sets have been shown, you've got all of your cardstock, your ink, your accessories, all that fun stuff. The one thing I want to show you that is brand new to this catalog, which I think is so awesome, is in the back here, they decided to put a stamp index for all of the majority. If a stamp set has a good number, more than half of its images are words, they put them all in one index. So you can actually look at what they look like and then the names of them as well, which is phenomenal. Lastly, one thing that Stampin' Up! Brought back, which I think is a great idea, is an index of all their accessories. So smart. You are going to love this new catalog, and I hope you guys enjoy it. If you want one for yourself and you don't have one, contact me today, and you can send me your name and your phone number, and I will get in touch with you, and I'll get one out to you right away. I hope you guys have fun. Thanks so much for joining me for this video, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, guys. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw outside the line. Let us see inside your mind. You'll find inspiration. All I'm saying is you can do it. I wanna hear you say